What is going on, guys? It's Wraith back with another video. Now before I start this video, a lot of you guys have been asking in my comments if I have a creator code, and yes I do. It's Wraith-YT in the bottom right hand of the video right now. But just in case you guys were wondering or you wanted to support me, I highly appreciate all of you guys using it. If you do use it, let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure I thank you guys. But let's get right into the video, enough of the talking, and basically what this video is going to be about is how to adapt to more of an aggressive role in Fortnite and how to actually be more aggressive, which not only helps improve your playstyle, but it's actually a very OP playstyle and actually very irritating to play against, because I said in a couple previous videos that the more aggressive you are and the more fights you take, the quicker you can actually improve. Because think about it, if you're only taking 5 fights per game, that's 5 fights, and you're going to improve those 5 fights. If you're taking 12 fights per game, that's double it, right? So the more fights you take, the more you improve. Also, like I said, it's a very hard style to play against, and getting kills is actually pretty important in like arena solos or duos. So that aggressive kind of play style is actually really good. So in this video, I'll give around 5 tips to actually help improve that. And let's get right into it. Enough time wasted. But the first one I'm going to talk about is land at a crowded area. Now I know it's rough. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh well, I just die, or RNG screws me over. No matter how frustrating it is, trust me, this will help you actually adapt to more of an aggressive playstyle and learn how to be more aggressive. And why that is because if you drop somewhere like Tilted and there's 27 different other people going there, say you drop Big Bertha or Trump or whatever you want to call it, right? Almost instantly you're gonna have to fight someone, right? So even if you only have a SMG, even if you only have a pistol, you're gonna have to learn how to fight that person with only that gun, right? Obviously if you land on a shotgun or you land on a pump, that's like the main goal, that's what you want to land on. And even if you do, you're gonna have to take a fight right away, right? Because most of the time if you land somewhere aggressive, there's gonna be people around you. Same with retail, same with hot dropping Pleasant or hot dropping wherever it is, right? There's more than likely a chance that you're going to land very close to someone. So you're going to have to learn how to fight them right off the bat. And I know sometimes people land Tilted, they'll fight one person and then they'll go hide, or they'll just run around farming max mats or something. Instead of doing that, actually try, after you win the first fight, try and go into the second fight. If you hear another 2 people fighting each other, go in for the third party. If you hear someone close to you, try and W key him, right? The more fights you can take, the more of aggressive playstyle you're actually going to start adapting, you're going to start learning how to do. So if you can take 6 fights in Tilted, even if you die, it's really good, right? Instead of taking 2 fights in Tilted, leaving, and then taking one other fight and dying, right? That's only half of the fight. So more fights you can take in Tilted, or retail, wherever it is, the better it is, right? So don't worry too much more about the mats and like the actual weapons part, because the more people you kill, you're going to get more mats, you're going to get more weapons, right? If you're playing pubs, you're going to have to be a little bit more cautious about your health. If you're playing arena solos, then you can play a little bit more W key aggressive style at the start because you have the 50 shield bonus or 50 health bonus. But yeah, now the second tip kind of ties in with the first one, but it's adapt more of a W key mentality. Now, these kids are super frustrating to play against, which is good for you. But basically, I know all of you guys have had this time where you're running out of storm, or you just got out of storm and you need to heal up, or you're just chilling and you're just walking. All of a sudden, a guy pushes you, right? No reason at all. Doesn't even tag. You just go straight for the push, right? And you're just like, oh my god, why is this kid fighting me, right? So basically, that's what you want to do. You want to W key kids. If you have good mats, good health, good weapons, or all those together, W key. Obviously, if you're going for more of a passive play style, you don't want to do that. But if you're trying to learn a more aggressive kind of style of play, you want to practice your W key, and you want to fight every single person you can. That kind of ties in. More fights you take, the better you're going to become, and also the more kills you're going to get if you're aggressive, right? So you want to get kind of that mindset of everyone you see, try and get some tags in, try and get some AR shots in, and then push. That's your whole goal. You want to push up, you want to finish a fight quickly so you don't get third party, etc, etc. Going into tip number 3 is instead of when someone shoots at you, I know a lot of you guys just build a straight 1x1 or even box up. So even if they don't tag you, but even if they shoot at you, or if they tag you, obviously it's different. You can box up a little bit, heal, or whatever you want to do, or put a wall and then heal. But instead of boxing up or going straight up if you don't get hit or after you healed, practice pushing actually towards the person. See, now the problem with boxing up or staying high or trying to get in those AR fights or snipe fights where it might take a minute and a half and you'll hit him for 30 here, or he'll take a mini, then he'll hit you for 30 and you'll take a mini, or you'll take a big shield, or you'll keep missing your shots and he keeps missing your shots. Just takes way too long, right? And the problem with that is the storm can come in. Eventually, third parties coming, especially in the arena play and more competitive style play. Anytime two people are fighting, you're getting third party, right? So the quicker you can end the fight is way better, and the more fights you can take on. If you spend 5 minutes per fight, you're only going to be able to have 6 fights in the game, right? If you spend a minute per fight, you may have 10 fights in the game, right? So instead of building up, if you don't get tagged or after you healed, practice rushing towards the person. Don't let him time to box up. Don't let him time to build. Don't let him time to do anything. Practice building. Now, there's tons of ramp pushes you can do. You can do floor wall ramp. You can do double floor wall ramp. You can do just place in a ramp and then cone if he has height. There's so many ways that you can push this person. Try and get height if you can. If not, play the low ground. Try and get some damage in on him. Made tons of video on how to play from low ground or how to take high ground retakes. If you guys want to check that out, try the high ground retake. Try it out. Try and get high ground on this kid. If you can't, practice playing low ground. Main goal is to take high ground though. Try and end the fight quickly once you get it up close. You're not trying to AR fight him. Obviously, if you can hit him a couple times, that's your goal. And if not, push right up, right? Now, the next tip I'm going to say is tip number 4, and it's improving your mechanics. Now, I kind of talk about this every video that I say basically try and improve. And to become a good aggressive player and to drop those 20 bombs and actually win more fights, you have to learn better mechanics, right? If you're just an average player, you have average mechanics, you're not going to be able to win 20 fights in a game. You're not going to be able to drop that 20 bomb. But if you have very good mechanics, then you're going to have a higher chance of winning those fights, obviously, right? Now, I've talked about improving your mechanics in so many videos, and if you guys don't know by now, not a big deal, but just try and stick this in the back of your mind. But there's so many ways. If you're on PC, you can download Kovacs or aim trainers such as that for improving your aim. You can go in creative. You can improve by fighting 1v1 against your player and against your buddies. You can do editing courses, aiming courses in creative, storm wars, turtle wars, all those kind of things. And actually, a good way is actually just continue playing. The more you play, the more aggressive you are. Like I said, the more fights you take, the better your mechanics are going to be. The better your aim build is going to be. You're not going to mess up as much. The more gunfights you get in, the better your aiming is going to be. And yeah, creative is just kind of a good way to boost it up and make it a lot quicker instead of waiting or whatever. Now, tip 5, and this is the last tip, and it's probably the most important one, is there's a time to be aggressive and there's a time not to be aggressive. You know what I mean? So let's think about this. If you're in the first circle or the third circle is closing, and there's 5 other people boxed all around you, and you hit someone for 50 shield, why push him, right? You want to be aggressive, but you don't want to be a stupid aggressive. If you bill someone, but there's 3 other people looking your direction, and you try and push towards him, you're gonna get billed by the other 3 people, right? Then you're gonna be forced to box, waste your heals, heal up, and you never know. Someone could snipe you, someone could damage you to 20 health and then break your box and kill you, right? Or again, if you're right on the edge of the storm and storm's moving in 12 seconds, you don't want to W key the person unless you're forced to, right? So it's very important to kind of decide when to actually be aggressive and when not to be aggressive, because there's just a stupid aggressive that some people do, and you got to learn when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. If you're low in health, say you have 12 health and 200 builds, don't be aggressive. Play like more of a passive play style. Wait until you can get an easy third-party kill, or you can find extra heals, you can mine up and then get extra heals, whatever, right? You don't want to be aggressive in a time where you can't afford to be aggressive, because if you get killed or a storm pushes you, then you're forced to try and finish the fight quicker, and you're going to make mistakes, right? So if you're fighting the storm, bad place. That's not where you want to fight. Unless the kid's an absolute bot and you know you can finish the fight in 2 seconds and you have movement, then take the fight. If you don't have any ballers, you don't have launch pads, you don't have rift to goes, don't try and take a storm fight, right? There's a time to be aggressive and there's a time not to be aggressive. The main important thing with aggressive playstyles, you have to learn to actually when to take the fight and when not to take the fight. There's a big difference in being an aggressive and very stupid aggressive, right? So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Loving the support recently. I reply to every comment. If you have a video that you want me to make, definitely leave it in the comments below and I'll add it to my list of future videos. But yeah, so hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and I'll see you guys all in the future. Have a good one, everyone. See ya.